I'm out here today with my Stiletto brand titanium pry bar. They call it a flat bar. It's a little miniature pry bar. See if I can do this one-handed. See what we can do here. Maybe this end, huh? There we go. Now it's basically like a crowbar as far as the ends. Oh, some good prying there. Now this has a lot of uses. You can also use it as a scraper. Hold on. Try and get that. Hey, see that there? You can use it like a chisel, a scraper. Gotta scrape some stuff, gotta shape some wood. Nice. Now as far as prying nails, you know, it depends what size the nail is. You know, these are, right here, these are a little too wide for this part, but you can also use the wrench part, right, like that, to pry them. Because I just pried this one, I pried it right to there, using the wrench part, actually. Yeah, you got a nail around that size. That'll fit the pry ends. Hold on. Let's see if we can get this. Yeah, and alright, there goes that nail. Fairly sharp too. Hold on. Now there we go. Yeah, you can embed it like that. Nice impact device. This part is supposed to be usable as a box cutter, at least that's what they said. And they didn't say what that part's for. I actually sharpened this part. I don't know about a box cutter. Let's, alright, well, I guess if you press hard enough, anything is a box cutter. It does decent against the box. This is after I sharpened it though. Hold on. And see, after sharpening, it will cut that paper. You see that there? And I want to see how it does on electrical tape. Cuts the electrical tape, cuts it just fine. Pretty cool. I suppose it's okay as a box cutter. I mean, you do have to press you do have to press kind of hard, but yeah, I could see that. Interesting durability test. Alright, so I was making some little marks there. Alright. Well, you could eventually wear a hole in it, but pretty durable. Hey YouTube, hope you like that. Stiletto flat bar in the house. It's about 5.5 inches in total length. And you see the build here, you know, it's just like a crowbar. You know, it has the L-type prying tool there, and then it has this prying tool at a slightly different angle. It also has like a bottle opener, a wrench. Now there was one thing about this that was a little bit confusing. If you read the instructions here, it says that this thin part can be used as a package opener or to cut materials. The only problem was this part wasn't really thin. I have sharpened it, but when it came, there wasn't really much of an edge or any edge there. But you see on the back here, there is like a little kind of an edge, but it's on the other side from the diagram. But that edge wasn't too sharp either. It wasn't like a knife edge or anything. So I basically sharpened this edge with a work sharp, and I sharpened up that, you know, it was the only way to be sure. So now I can kind of use it as a box cutter with either edge. I also sharpened the tips, the points. Now you can't see it because they're not, you know, they're not very super pronounced, but trust me, like at the very ends of those tips are extremely sharp now. So I would recommend sharpening those if you really want to use it as a box cutter like they say you can. And this is a pretty damn cool tool. I mean, it's basically kind of an urban survival tool. Let me tell you a story. I had a subscriber who was on a SWAT team, and they surrounded like a residence, and he had to go around back. You know, the rest of the team was up front, and it turned into an emergency where he had to go through. He had to gain access. He took out his folding knife and he pried off the air conditioner unit. All right. Because his folding knife was just all he had to do it with. Now this little baby right here, if you carry one of these, you won't have to worry about snapping the tip off your beautiful knife, because this sucker will pry off an air conditioner. You know, it's an emergency access tool or an emergency escape tool. Now, as I was using this, just kind of, you know, just messing around with it, prying anything I could find, I found that the you know, the L-shaped pry was what I used the most. But this part is pretty useful as you can use it kind of like a chisel. You can use it as a scraper. You know, if you're a carpenter or any of those professions, you can use it as a scraper. Any variety of uses. Has a little wrench there, and it has the nail pulls right there for pulling smaller nails. Now I gotta warn you, when you saw me smashing it against the piece of cinder block, testing purposes only, bro. Don't smash this against rocks. You'll dent up, you will mess up the metal. All right, now I just reground this because it was a little messed up from that cinder block, but I just reground it, you know what I'm saying, and it's fine. But I just wanted to see what kind, you know, I wanted to test its metal, no pun intended. This could be used in an emergency as an impact device like so, and that would be extremely nasty. Now I realize there are smaller emergency pry bars, okay? There's, you know, there's ones that are about 3 inches long, like keychain type pry bars. I purposely got one of exactly this length because I want something that I can get a full grip on, and still have a bit left over to do the prying. This gives me a full grip and then some, and so I prefer this is a mini pry bar. It is a bit bigger than a Leatherman, but it will still fit in a fairly small pack. Like this is a camera pouch, and it actually can just fit. It just fits, you know, that length in the camera pouch. So it is doable as an EDC, and this is extremely lightweight. I'll have to look up the weight, but this feels super light, being titanium. I'm trying to think of having kind of like a little mini toolkit that can do everything. Now you want to avoid prying with your knives. So this gives me something to pry with, something to scrape and chisel with. It just fills the last little gaps in my what you could say everyday carry toolkit, or mini toolkit, survival toolkit, urban toolkit. So yeah, definitely a pretty awesome and useful item. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm out.